Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is Kaiju Panic. $20 came out on the Steam store today, but it also came out for the Xbox One. So for your Xbox One fans, you got something to play. Now, before I begin, I want to make sure you guys know that this key was obtained from the developer for the purposes of critical review. That won't affect my opinion, but FTC guidelines tell me I gotta tell you this information, as well as the fact that, well, it's just good morally at this point. You guys know exactly what's going on. Won't affect my opinion though, and my opinion about this game is a little bit mixed. It's got a cool aesthetic and it's got a cool idea behind it. It is something that is going to be a little bit interesting in the strategy and tower defense genre and execution. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, we got 6 worlds here. I've unlocked the second world at this point as well as beat the first world. And so I've got a couple of options here, but I'm going to go with Europe and level 1.5 to show you what's going on. 6 worlds, 5 levels each, 30 levels in all from what I see. Alright, so basically we're going to try to survive for 10 minutes. And so the idea here is that the first thing I do in every level is pop down a harvester. Because the harvester will get me my materials in question. While that's building up, I'm going to go grab some new guys here. These are my survivors that I've picked up along the way. These survivors are not just helpless. They will help you. They will be critical for you to succeed. I'll explain why in a second. All right. So now that we've gotten 4 of the 5, let's just grab this last guy. We're also going to get the crystals that are hopefully being harvested at this point. Yes, I got to go and actually pick up the crystals in question. It's a little bit different from other strategy games of that type. Okay, we're going to put down an acid spray up here. And we're going to have these guys build it up. They can actually build the devices in question rather easily if you have sort of a posse at this point. But I can also put people inside them to protect them, but also to boost the stats at this point. So I'm going to put 2 guys in this one. And then I'm going to pop down a cannon. Right there. Now you're probably noticing, why are you trying to be so precise with the movements? I mean, you've got a range there, right? Well, I do. The precise placement of turrets in this game beyond its range is critically important. What I mean by that is that it's critically important to not put it in the direct line of kaiju. The reason being is the fact that kaiju will take them down. They'll take buildings down, they'll take your equipment down. What's majorly problematic about that is that, well, resources are finite and you want to keep your stuff alive. Let's get some guys in here. Let's put the dog in there. And let's put the Sumer guy in there. And here they come. The cute little kaiju at this point. All right, so I'm going to try to get something else up. They're going to get past the first couple of defenses here, but that's all right. I'm going to go grab more of the crystal here. You can already see that they're destroying this building. Now, I could try to repair that building, but it's only for end rating at the end of the level, and for these buildings, they don't really do anything otherwise, and so I'm not really concerned about them. All right, let us get another cannon up. Come on. I need to get as many cannons up as possible to do some damage here. Let's get one more cannon towards... Let's get a multi-gun up towards the actual base, because obviously my numbers are getting a little bit overwhelmed here. Now, there are different types of kaiju. These guys are small, but now you got these big ones. And these big ones, they have got armor. That's what your acid ones are for, so that your bigger guns can get through those line of defenses, hopefully. They can also self-heal, which is a little bit problematic considering, well, you know, the whole regenerating health thing can be a little bit painful. Okay. We're in trouble already. Put down a laser, which will inflict fire status. Now, One of the things I do like about the game is the different turrets. Each turret has its own purpose, and most of them are absolutely necessary. Fire is important to, just do a little bit more damage at this point, but not only that, like acid is rather important, but they all have their weaknesses. And I'm already at low health in my place. That's fantastic. Let's get a Sam up. That should do a little bit more help for me. The sound is going to get annoying. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think I can repair that building. Can I? Nope. I think it may gain health over time, but I don't remember. So, let's get another cannon up at this point. We're basically trying to get as many defenses up as possible. And defenses and placement are rather important. One of the biggest problems I have with the game is that it's very hard to tell where kaiju are gonna move. Like, okay, you got kaiju here that, okay, obviously they're moving this way now. But their exact path in terms of where they're coming is a little bit pre-scripted, but it's also a little bit facetious. See, the thing is that this guy's gonna run into this one. He may run into the cannon, which will get destroyed. The problem is that I wish they would have put down a path in front of it to show me where it was gonna go, because again, it becomes a sort of a trial and error situation. Where do I put the turret exactly in order to get me through this portion? Unfortunately, that becomes a little bit annoying when you have to sort of perfect where exactly you're gonna place the turret down. All right, we got people coming over here now, so I need to get another acid turret up, as well as, let's get another cannon up over here. Oh, he's going after the cannon, and my guys are running now. So they're panicked. They can actually die if you're not careful. Let's get some more people in the Sam, because the Sam is going to do a lot of damage at this point. Let's get our cop friend back here, and let us attempt to put some guys over here just to get a little bit more damage output. We also need to get a little bit more crystals at this point. And you see, the acid is not helping at this point. It's already recovered. The laser does a little bit, but he's already gotten to my base. So you gotta use every turret as best as you can in order to help out with turret combinations too. Now, you may be thinking I'm talking a lot about the game in terms of like, okay, what's going on? I will say this, for a strategy game, it does keep the sort of attention up, per se. Oh boy. Yeah, you see? See what I was talking about? These guys are in the path now, and now I'm in trouble. Let's get a cannon up. We need some big guns here. The cannon's gonna be able to do a little bit more damage here. It's actually gonna be able to get through some of that armor in question, even without the acid effect. Come on. No, not the clown. Come back, clown. No, okay, you really don't need to go all the way over there. All right, so the cannon's up now. Hopefully that will be able to take out this big guy over here, because it looks like it actually did destroy everything else. All right. Oh, they're coming from the top now. Oh, fantastic. Oh, boy. You can see where this game's strength lies in terms of just having to deal with everything that's on screen and knowing exactly what you need to do in order to survive. Okay, my cannon was able to take out the big guy. Excellent. I need to get a gun over here of, like, for little guys, because I may get swarmed in a second. So, multi-gun. Get that up and running. Put some people in the laser. So, have I enjoyed myself with the game? Yeah, I have. Now, can I necessarily say that the game's strength is its strategy elements? Well, again, like I mentioned, the strategy can be a little bit hit and miss in terms of, okay, I'll try this, it doesn't work this time, I have to restart and try it all over again. I feel like the game could have easily helped out in terms of, like, little hints about what's going on. And in particular, you're just gonna have to experiment with every combination, who to put in what turrets, so on and so forth. And the big guy's coming, so I gotta deal with that in a second. Upgrades and improvements. I really do wish there was a little bit more upgrades for the actual guns in match. Like, you see a lot of tower defense games have that mechanic, and I feel like it could have really used it here, just to add a little bit more variety at this point. All right, come on, get in there, build that thing up. We need to get all the firepower we can to deal with that kaiju. All right, put 3 guys in there. Now, I'm going to have to note that, again, the transport comes, and the transport, well, is going to be rather important in terms of getting everybody out there. Oh, boy, not one of those guys. I hate those guys. I did not build that in the right place. And he's coming right for it, too. Is my spitter going to get over there? Nope. All right, fantastic. Actually, you guys come out. We're gonna destroy this before you can do anything with it. Yes, you can destroy. It will give you some crystal back. That's good. That's actually really necessary in this game. I'm gonna put a mine down just to see if I can take out that one enemy by himself. Putting down mines and things like that are actually situational, but actually rather important once again. Okay, there we go. See? He did a lot of damage, and now he's burning. Let's go see what's happening. Aww. Look at the cute little kaiju that's going to kill me. Fantastic. All right, so I got a minute left before things go awry. So I need to start gathering people up because, unfortunately, I need to get out of here with those people. Again, they're survivors. So let's grab them all at this point. Now, again, I like the turrets and the enemy weaknesses. They're definitely the strength of this game in terms of its playability. I also like the fact that despite the fact that this game seems to be for a keyboard and controller setup, it's a strategy game. The controller controls actually worked rather well, surprisingly. I was actually impressed that it was easy to put down things with the controller, easy to just sit back and, enjoy myself while, using it. Was it pinpoint accuracy? Of course not, but it didn't need to be. All right, transport's here. We're gonna run. I've hopefully got everybody. Okay, we did, and later, guys. I could take out the monster in question, but, that is a little bit hard. Levels complete. I got all these guys unlocked. Rescued all 5 people. Didn't do so well with the buildings or with the objectives, but, that's going to happen. All right. There are these little cutscenes that show you exactly what's going to happen next. Now it looks like kaiju are going to come into the African environment. And again, different kaiju, different enemy types. You have to deal with them in a different way. Now, you do have a lab and an upgrade system. As you saw with certain drops there with the chemicals, you can upgrade your bases in terms of permanent upgrades. Like my quad cannon, I've increased the blast radius and been able to put bombs over the impact area. But I can also, increase armor penetration. Probably should have taken that one. Not sure why I didn't do that. I'm going to do that now. Ooh, pushback kaiju. I'm going to actually save up for that. So you do have them all for the different ones, and as you unlock different levels, of course, you will get more upgrades. You do have commander sort of like overall stats, like the ability to increase the range you build defenses. I got initial resources, more resources at the start, and attracting crystals at a longer range. They do have little sort of bios for the characters here, like Naomi Lovis, a leading scientist, melts armor. Well, that's what she does with the actual turret that she's in, not necessarily her melting armor, because that would be a little bit strange now, wouldn't it? Model rocket enthusiast slowly repairs bunkers while inside. So there are different customizations for each of these characters in question. Secretly a pyromaniac. Oh, good. I would never have guessed. And then you could look at the cute little kaiju in terms of, their weaknesses. Like, okay, the Tox King, doesn't do well against beam turrets. So, overall, the game has a good amount of playability to it. I've enjoyed myself. But, and I'm going to use this as, a negative here. Again, the place and defense optimization sort of sucks. It can be rather slow to start off to get everybody up and running. I mean, again, I got to run over here, put down the turret. There we go. Wait for that to build, or, build it myself. In the meanwhile, take a look at everything along the map, see where everything is in order to build it up. I feel like the game's takes a little bit of time to get going, but once it gets going, okay, it's like hit the fast forward button. I do wish that the game's design was a little bit more informative too, in terms of some of the information on screen. Like, I would like to see UI elements here to see what turrets I have available. I can use keybinds to place a certain turret down without having to go through that menu. Like R is for the rockets in question, E is for the harvesters, stuff like that. But it would have been nice to see that on screen here. I know this is an Xbox One game too, so you obviously have a little bit of difference with the consoles in question, but I would have liked to see more options with the PC. Performance-wise, it does pretty well. It is running at around 55 frames per second, I want to say. It never gets entirely to 60 from what I've seen, but that may be because of Fraps at this point. I'm actually using OBS at this point because Fraps had a really big loss in terms of frames. All right. Other than that, the real question here is that if I've shown you a game that you're willing to spend $20 for, that's going to be the sort of kicker here. Now, I've enjoyed myself. I enjoy the aesthetic. I enjoy the different kind of gameplay in question, but it doesn't necessarily go towards a $20 game, unfortunately. I feel like the length is going to be an issue even with 30 levels. And even though you're going to have that trial and error portion, I think that there will be people that are off-put by the different mechanics in this game. I mean, it is a little bit different from everything else. Maybe that's its strength in the end. And again, of course, the cute little kaiju. Some people would say that the models are too simple. I disagree. I think they do the job rather nicely. Oh, and see? Remember that turret placement I was talking about? Rather important. All right. This is Kaiju Panic, guys. I hope you have gotten information out of this review, and I use that word loosely, this gameplay demo as well as the analysis in question. If you like the review in question, hit that like button, share it with a friend, so on and so forth. Comment, see what I can do better, ask what I can do better. Again, I'm trying to make a career of this. Every kind of feedback helps. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And again, I will see you guys next week and probably tomorrow, most likely. Later. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this content and want to see more of it, you may want to hit that subscribe button on the left-hand side. If you like this video and want to see more of this content, take a look at this video on the left-hand side as well. And if you missed my last video, take a look at the right-hand side. Once again, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.